Yes, what's happening, people? Welcome back to another episode of FCM Football, Culture, Movement. Fuad, Cams, Maze. You already know what time it is, man. Sunday entertainment. Super Sunday delivered, and we're about to give you a super episode. Listen, whenever there's an FCM derby, you know that it's going to be tears and joy. There might be tears of joy, but right now there's tears of pain and there's happy grins from this other side over here. But listen, before we go any further, like, share, subscribe, algorithm. Whenever you see a big team like United get cooked, you know that DR Sports are going to give you a week-long plethora of content. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you're locked in, make sure your notifications are on. But before I go any further, as is custom around here, if your team, football team, went out this weekend, performed, did what needed to be done, no matter what the circumstances were, whether it was convincing, whether it wasn't, if they got a dub, hold tight the 3-point collectors. Wherever you are, worldwide. Woo! Worldwide.
Back to back. Hey, it's a glorious feeling.
Hold tight the 3-point collectors. Hold tight the participants as well. We still will say football is a game of two teams. One team just can't play by itself. Well, sometimes it can, depending on the opposition.
So this unprofessional chewing going on Mike's and yo, man.
Shut up, bro.
I know, man.
Man, started seeing back
through the pain in that, bro.
Hold tight the participants. But yeah, let's get into it. There's no point beating around the bush, trying to build anticipation. We've just come off another FCM watch along. Listen, whenever you see FCM watch along on DR Sports, tune in.
Be there.
There's always going to be something.
there.
Last week we got the preliminary round of Misfits boxing.
Yeah.
We also got an incredible game. This week we got licks for United, and in this episode we're going to discuss the licks for United. Sofia Kadani, as the first winner of an FCM derby this season, after giving out licks to Manchester United, how are you feeling, my friend?
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Like, there is nothing better than humbling Culture Cams and Manchester United. Honestly, the back and forth we've had on this podcast, on other platforms, leading up to this game as well, this result is just beautiful. This is the definition of a schooling. Back to front, manager to manager, player to player, come into your ground, snuff you, and take your lunch money. That's what we did today. And I said before the watch along, this is what needed to happen today. Two teams that were coming in 10th place, 11th place, you know, sitting side by side, I was saying, two cheeks of the same, you know what I mean? But we showed today we were the much better side.
With a better cheek.
Hey, listen, we got the BBL. You know what I'm saying? BBL edition. Big up Ange. But the way he set us up today, perfect game plan, perfect execution. Bro, what's better than collecting 3 points than on these man's head? And obviously, we did a little combined 11 coming into this game, and it was a case of, hey, Fuad, how did you get Tottenham 8 players in there? How did Cams only get 3? And I said, teach a man how to squabble, yeah, in them debates. But we saw the proof is in the pudding today, and we looked the much better side. Absolutely took them to school, but I want to hear the pain. I want to hear the reasoning, and because when we started this season, obviously it was all like optimism, both from me, both from Cams. I was like, you know,
I was
season
the
of hope.
one.
Yeah, he was like, yo, I'm coming here, top red hat on this season, glory, glory, you and I, T-E-D, United is the team of me.
Top
Sit down, boy. Yeah. Today we are gonna get the real Culture Cams, the real
You don't know me, bro.
hero.
Show me.
Game.
You don't know me, bro.
Show me who you are!
You don't
Show me!
Y'all don't know me, bro. Stop acting like you guys know me. You guys don't know me. I ain't know. I ain't seen these guys for years.
This week we don't know
I
him.
don't know you guys,
Cam's
bro.
changing up, yo.
I don't know you guys, bro.
So you're not doing
Stop
my
talking
word.
to me, bro.
Oh,
I don't
my
know you
word.
lot, man.
Cam, why did you guys lose like that?
Can you ask Ten Hag? Ask Ten Hag.
But what's
No, ask Ten Hag, bro. Because that's the thing. Ask Ten Hag. Will ask all the platforms that go up there and say, "Oh, keep Ten Hag." Oh, if you want Ten Hag in or out, you're not a Man United fan. Give him a new. This is what the fans want. You ask all of them lot. Do you know what I mean? Because they all have the answers, right? So you should ask them. Me, I ain't got all the answers. Go and ask them, bro. So that's what it is.
What am I allowed to ask you?
Don't ask me about why this player sucks and why that player sucks. Then I'll be like, okay, I was there from the beginning. You get where I'm coming from. Okay. But with this type of stuff, me now have the answers. Me now have the answers.
Man, change nationalities. That's what United got to do. You got to change cultures, nationalities.
Man said culture Joan, you know.
But for real, these. You know what? Look, I said today, if Man United get schooled by Spurs, something that rarely happens in Man United history. It happened 6-1 one time in lockdown, whatever. But Spurs usually come to Old Trafford and don't perform their best, no matter what form they're in. We've gone against them with Ralph Rangnick and won. You know what I mean? It's always a thing. I said, if United gets... What did I say? I said it to you.
Yeah.
If Man United gets schooled today by Spurs, it's truly over, bro. It's truly over. You know, as I said, I've watched Man United lose to Liverpool. I've watched us lose to Chelsea in my life a lot. I've watched us lose to City. Even when they had Sean Wright-Phillips and flipping Sean Goater, mate. I saw Man United lose games against them. You don't really get to see Spurs slapping up Manchester United like this, schooling. And that's what happened, bro. It's over. I said it on the watch along. I'll say it again. Like, if you have any respect for yourself as a human being, there's no way you sit down and watch what Man United are serving up and what Ten Hag is serving up and think that something's going to change. It's impossible. It's just simply impossible. Let's stop wasting time, because it's wasting everybody's time. Then you listen to him speak in the pressers. You listen to speak before. Uninspiring. Nobody cares. We all fall asleep before he speaks. I bet he's journos worst. I bet he's the worst person journos want to speak to before games, bro. I can't imagine how he's inspiring these guys. He's not. And that's not to take away from these players, but the same thing that I said. I came in after the Arsenal game.
Yeah.
I said, Spurs players, Spurs as a squad, the back five is as a individuals are really good. But Spurs' squad isn't that good. And I'm still going to say that. But did you see the gulf in what you were watching? Technically and athletically, physically, what you were watching? That comes down to coaching, bro. If Garnacho played for Spurs today, he would have looked a good player. If Cobby, if Rash, whoever played for the Spurs team today against us, they would have looked a good player. I saw Timo Werner and Brennan Johnson, who I walked in after the Arsenal game and said, well, yo, them man dribbling, I needed to wash my eyes. Today they turned into Nani and Ronaldo.
Yeah, they heard your clips.
Hold on. Today
they saw it.
They turned into... Brennan was Ronaldo. Timo was Nani, bro. I was like, yo, hold on, yo. What am I watching here? That's just the golf. Like, it just shows completely what Manchester United are doing. Yeah. It comes down to coaching because, listen, we can say whatever. I always get onto these players.
Yeah.
Always, and I'm never shy of getting onto these players. But the gulf in quality between Manchester United and Spurs should never look that big with these squads. That comes down to how they set up. That comes down to the coaching. Ange got it spot on. Ten Hag once again has got it terribly, terribly wrong. And I'm going to read out a stat that I think my guy just sent to me. Because a lot of people, seem to think that Man United only turned dead last season. I keep telling people, United have been terrible since we won the Carabao Cup. I've said it so many times. We've been terrible since we won the Carabao Cup. Now, boom. Man United's league results since they won against Newcastle in the cup final: 58 games, 28 wins, 9 draws, 21 losses. We have lost, and we have conceded 81, scored 79.
81.
We've conceded 81 in our last 58 games since we played Newcastle in the Carabao, and we have scored less goals. So we had minus goal difference. We have lost 21 of those games. 21!
One.
Do you know what's so mad, is how
21!
Is how they even set up today to take advantage of our high line with the Rashford Garnacho, almost like get behind him. But you didn't see any different in their style whatsoever. Like, it was the same thing, just different players. And I think that's the baffling part. It's like, how are you 3 years into this now and you still cannot put a semblance of a cohesive team together at the end of the day? Do you know what I mean? And it's like, Ange, in what? We saw this last year, let's be honest. Within the first 10 games, people were saying you can already see the kind of imprint and everything. And I think for a lot of the times where, you know, the high line and all of that has been kind of criticised by Ange, I think today you kind of saw the fruits of that and the difference, as you said, between the two, bruv. But for me, I think as much as the managers have played a part as well, I think you have to look at the individuals and look at the players as well. I think United's players today, I'm sorry, none of them stood up and were counted for. And I have to look at the captain as well.
The Joker.
I'm sorry. People can say, oh, he slipped or whatever. That's stupid to fling your leg out like that at a knee height as well. In the first half, when you're 1-0 down, bro, you could see Spurs were running away with the game as it is. That puts the nail in the coffin. He was ready to shake my hand after that sending off straight away because he knew it was game over. United don't have a game plan with 11. Now you're going to do it with 10. It just makes no sense. So
he came out and said it's not a red.
Ridiculous.
It's not a red.
Ridiculous.
Oh, I thank the players for the effort they put in once we went down, but it's not a red. You know, I didn't touch him in my side, blah, blah, blah. Bro, it's just nonsense, bro. Even with what he came out, he talking. Bro, you have the opportunity. Bruno Fernandes, every single time, you have the opportunity to do it on the pitch. You don't. You don't do it, and afterwards you come in to save face, and then the fans are going to lap it up, and the fans are going to be like, do you know what? He's still one of the only ones that care. That's the thing. He's one of the only ones we can connect with. It's absolute waffle, save face, PR nonsense that people are going to lap up. And it's pathetic. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm tired of it. You know what I mean? He's been absolutely terrible this season, and that just summed up his season.
Yeah.
That just summed it up. You know what I mean? But hey, he scored a couple penalties 4 seasons ago. You know what I mean? So
The thing with United is...
What did you make of the new boy, Uga Buga?
Look, we just have to have it. Let's just have it right, innit? Let's just have it right. That's Ineos miss. Massive miss. Look, Ugarte, he's not doing anything. I wouldn't expect an academy player. Hannibal Mebry was doing that just a few weeks ago or a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Amrabat was doing that. McTominay, Fred. There's no way you got rid of these type of man and Ugarte was the guy that you brought in to be the improvement.
The 50 million solution.
50 mil. That's a miss. Listen, people can say... Some people are going to say it's only 3 games. But this guy was trying to exert physicality and still getting bounced. He was get the hell out of here. This ain't Portugal. You try to do that in France in Liga, they bounced you, bro. Straight to the bench. You come to Man United, they're bouncing him out of here, bro. It's the Prem.
Yeah.
Everyone's strong. You got coming from. You can't come and start doing that rat boy stuff here. No, you got to have a bit more about you, bro. He's not that physically imposed. He's not Amadou Onana. He's not Declan Rice, Rodri. He's not some man mountain. You can't come and try and do that stuff. You can get bounced. It's like Lissandro back there as well. You try your little rat boy stuff, you get bounced too. Do you know what I'm saying, though? You get bounced.
Rat boy is funny.
Nah, because you know why it's so funny? It's because they were like 3-0 down, and that's when they started doing all of this heavy-handed tactics. And I'm like,
trying to get arms out.
Too late now.
Too late.
And listen, I'm someone who I appreciate that side of the game. I appreciate the dark arts, but it's just too little, too late, bruv. And
it's not even dark arts. You can't perform dark arts when things already got dark.
It's already slipped away from you. But not just on United individuals as well. I want to touch on some of my players as individuals as well, brother. And I want to speak on Mickey van der Ven.
Go on.
I want to speak on that goal, brother. This guy is a special player, honestly. A unique profile. Like, for me, he could be... we were speaking on a watch-along. I don't know what his ceiling could be because I've never seen this profile of centre-back. Someone who is one of the fastest players in the world, gives us the ultimate safety net and insurance policy when it comes to recovery. But then what he was doing going that way today, where he just cut through like a hot knife in butter, basically, through the entire United team. You had Bruno, Mazraoui, De Ligt, all chasing him, like, couldn't catch him. But then, as we said on the watch along, the end product at the end of that as well, bro. That man, the performance today, he got man of the match, you know what I'm saying? Listen, what, last week when I said,
who's it?
Last week, I told you, man, I did a centre-back ranking,
Who's
you know,
the
in the Premier League. Go watch that on my channel if you haven't. They said... So don't say fuck my channel. Respect my channel, yeah? So the Mount Rushmore I had was Virgil, Saliba,
No, in order. I want it in order.
And I had Mickey van der Ven. They laughed at me.
I want it in order.
They laughed at me.
I want it in order.
What do you mean? Don't
Who's your
worry about
top
the
three?
order.
Who's
Mount
your top three?
Rushmore. You
No,
see,
no,
they're
no.
trying to deviate.
Right.
How did Dallo play
Listen,
today?
don't worry about
How
that.
did your
Don't
golden
worry
boy
about that.
Dallo do
Listen,
today?
hold on,
Yeah?
hold on.
Hey,
No,
they're trying to run away.
No, hold on.
Don't do this. Don't try to deviate.
hold on.
How did Dallo play today
Hold on.
versus Timo Werner?
Wait, it wasn't Dallo. It was Maz. It was Mazraoui.
Sorry,
Mazraoui.
Mazraoui. But on the other side, let's not act like Brendan Johnson wasn't doing his
He was
thing.
cooking.
And let's talk about Brendan as
Forget
well,
about
shall
it,
we?
yeah.
4 for 4. This is how you respond, brother.
Best goal scoring consecutive form of his career.
Of his career. Obviously, deactivated his social media after a rough start to the season. Everybody getting on his back. And
Yeah.
I think, listen, I speak for every Tottenham fan. Nobody wants him to fail. We just want him to do what he's doing now. This is how you respond. Consistency in a big game like this as well. When man are hyping up these little Portuguese youths, come, right back, left back, yeah, come, let's show you, hold this one. And he should have had 2 because he hit the post early in the
lying.
second half. But
Read that lie.
Mazraoui as well,
What, is it Super Chat?
completely annihilated today as well.
Read
Mazraoui.
that lie out. Read that lie out.
I'm going to go through a few.
Please read. No,
chats,
read
but I'm gonna
that
do
lie
this one
out.
first.
That particular one. Read that lie out.
Fato
Yeah.
Yeah. says
Secatella.
Cams was hyping up this scrub Ugarte.
What?
Flip flop.
Lie. Try and fight about I was hyping. Try and fight me hyping up your Ugarte, bro.
Say swear. Is this what he was doing
rubbish,
on
bro.
Inside Scoop, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
What, him and
you know them ones when man go on different platforms, they start acting
Yeah.
spread. Yeah.
I said
I'm watching
spread
it.
button.
Ugarte, bro.
I'm
Somebody
gonna-
that I've never even watched like that. I've always said I haven't even watched him that much.
I'm
So
gonna
that's
go.
such a lie,
Let me
bro.
go for a few more super chats. Roberto says, "Hold that, Cams, you clown. Enough chest. Worst Big Six side by far. Lifetime contract.
We're not a Big
please."
Six side.
Eric 10 Laden, Pep for goat, 4D chest, losing the FA Cup final. We've got a few
Donny
more.
threw everything he could in that paper.
Yeah,
How much is
literally.
it, bro?
I don't- there was
How
not
much
a
do you
lot.
throw in there,
It
bro?
was
I
a lot.
gotta put some
How
more
many
money on
is
that,
it?
bro.
Nafisa has
Yeah, send it separately, bro.
Nafisa Hamsam says, "Hope Roy Keane loved the second half performance against Spurs with 10 men. Be brave, LOL." That's a shot at the Arsenal comments. Natish says, "Ineos think they're clean of this mess. Keeping him after shopping around. It's on them as much as it's on ETH. Duds of the season, not just a week." What do you think about that?
I truly think, obviously we all know Ineos tried to find a replacement.
Yeah.
I don't think they could find their replacement. I think it's a mistake, but at the same time, I truly think it may sound United fans might not like it, but I don't think Ineos care about this season, bro. I genuinely think they care more about sorting out what they were sorting out at the board level and trying to get decent players into the club. I would still say I'm calm with the signing of Maz and Delay and Yoro and
You call him mad.
who's the
I was just
you call him Maz?
Mazraoui is a bit of a mouthful, you know what I mean?
Maz, my boy
You know what I mean?
Maz.
Yeah, Maz. You know what I mean? Maz, remember, he's the old guy that used to do our studio. in
production,
Vinny,
yeah.
Anyway, Mazraoui, Delay, blah, blah, blah. I don't mind that.
Yeah.
Ugarte is 100% for me a miss. You know what I'm trying to say? But I think they care more about getting in the personnel and selling and sorting out the board, the club level than they do about this season. United fans might not like that, but this season's a write-off already. You know what I mean? I told you guys last September, everyone's like, oh, but we ended up winning the FA Cup. The season was a write-off. We we got locked out of the Champions League group. It was a myth. The same thing's this season's over. It's over.
Let me go through a few more. Devontae says, "Ten Hag has zero aura, couldn't motivate Forrest Gump to run." Low. Amin says, "Big up the little bros. Arsenal are coming next." Interesting. Devontae just sent money for sake of sending Monday. Big up you. Send more. Why not? We also have Edwin who says, "Fuad is my goat."
Come on, Marv.
We have... Oh, can't find the rest of them. Source. Anyway, with this, right, my biggest takeaway from this is that we often say that the way a team performs as a reflection of their manager's ideas, right? Mm-hmm. United look like they have no ideas. They look like they have no passion. They look like they're void of any clear communication or instruction. And the biggest flaw that Ten Hag has for me is, I remember last season when I said it's almost like he sets up his teams to fail. People are like, why would he do that as a professional manager? You saw it again today. Eriksen for the last few games brings a sense of control. You take him out. Ahmed Diallo, in terms of when he's on the pitch, always offers something and is an actual baller. He doesn't play. You bring on Casemiro into a game after you'll go down to 10 men and you're trying to shop for something. He's always making decisions that are like a few steps too late. He's always trying to react as opposed to put something in place. And that's why after how long has he been here now?
This is third season.
Would you say that this team has improved over the space of 3 seasons?
It's got worse.
So, I mean, for me, the writing's on the wall. If you've been in the job for 3 years and your performance level is worse than when you started, that's a cause for concern. It's not even like he stayed at the same level. And I remember when I spoke about United's trophies, I said sometimes it's pulling wool over people's eyes because trophies give you this euphoric feeling where it's like, yes, we've achieved something. But what is the point of achieving when the greater aim is failing? Like, those trophies don't cover up everything. Yes, you get to complain about, you get to shout and, you know, lament other clubs and say, you didn't win anything this season. But other clubs are still walking in the same direction. Arsenal haven't won a trophy for how many years? Arsenal will very much prefer their position they're in. I know that they're going to win trophies. I know that this manager's going to take them in a good direction. I don't know where Ten Hag is taking Manchester United. I know where Manchester United want to go as a club, but the person that is steering the ship at the moment, it looks spooky, man. It looks spooky. And I keep saying, I'm not just saying Kobe Mainoo. I worry for the talented players, the players with more technical ability, the players that got a bit about them. When you're in bad situations, it's very hard to improve. People are now trying to turn on Kobe Mainoo. How can Kobe Mainoo perform when it's a cesspit? It's a cesspit of crap. So I think United are really, really precarious position.
The thing is, though, like, you'd think we won the Champions League, mate. Or you'd think at least we won the Europa League or something. We won Carabao and FA Cup, which is good. Good day out. Everybody loves to go to Wembley and win. Credit for that, you know what I mean? But we've seen many cup managers before that we like, oh, they're good in cups, we're in the league. It's, you know what I mean? And so far, he gave us our worst ever season. And right now, we're about to have our worst ever season again. Like, let's stop wasting time. Do you know what I mean? Thank you for the cups, but this is Man United. No, that's not going to hold you. It shouldn't hold you anyway. But the fans lapped it up, didn't they? So how can we even be... people are talking about Ineos and that. The fans lapped it up. This is what apparently the fan base wanted. The larger majority. They wanted this. We'll protest. We'll sign petitions. This is what they wanted. So here we are, mate. Do you know what I mean? Because people are going to turn around. I'm probably sure once we lose this game, or whenever, Liverpool, whoever we lost to, they'll turn around and say, oh, this is Man United, man. Like, this shouldn't be happening at Man United. But you guys said that an FA Cup is good enough. And 8th. With our worst, and minus goal difference is good enough to keep the job. So don't run that, this is Man United line. Am I lying? You lose to Spurs, I'm sure they're going to be screaming, oh, United shouldn't be losing that. Yeah, we should be, mate, because that's what 8th and below team do. Get pumped against the big 6, right?
And
there we go.
Building blocks, though.
Huh?
Usually when you win trophies, they're meant to be kind of like building blocks on what you're supposed to
A
build.
blind man could see that it wasn't the case. Where was the building blocks? What would you, when you were looking at it, what was the building blocks? Would you have said?
For me, giving him another summer, letting him have his recruits, and that's essentially what he's done this summer. But your team's still looking the same like it did last year and the year before.
Bro said that his team's looking worse. Anyway, we've got some more super chats. Fato's on your head. He's saying Cam's had Bruno over Maddison. How's that going?
Bro, you know what it is. Have you guys ever gone on Sport Bible? The point is to try and win against each other. This guy was out here saying that Son has been class for 4 seasons in a row.
Son was a big miss today, man. I'm so sorry you couldn't be there today, man.
The aim is to win your battles, man. You think, bro, you guys have watched me for 5 years doing content, 4 years doing content, and you think, what, one day I just woke up and said Bruno's a top player? Come on, bro. Let's be serious here, man.
Devontae says, I can't remember a single game under Ten Hag where I felt we've played a complete game of football. Always waiting for a moment and never moments come. I think he's just saying like the moments never come.
Listen to Ten Hag. Go on.
So, got another one that says Robbie and Ty pushed Jude to the wall, screamed FIFA 04. I'm not too sure what that's about. I don't know. Nafisa says we are not going to disrespect Gabriel. That's in response to your ratings.
Oh, yeah. No, Gabriel's up there, man.
So Mount Rushmore was 4 people there.
Yeah, I know.
You put him 4.
Well, a bit biased. I ain't ashamed of that.
I think to summarise this.
Same way he's being biased with his centre backs. I can't be with mine.
To summarise this, Cam, is the writing on the wall for Ten Hag? Do you think it's time for him to be that he has to go now?
It's time to go.
Come on. Yeah, it's as I said, listen, thanks to FA Cup, thanks for Wembley, thanks for the trips to Wembley. But
new deal, bro. Ain't going nowhere,
it's
bro.
Not a new deal. It's just
extension.
It's not a new deal, yeah. But listen, give it room to the end of the season.
Boy.
And then
I called it on
and
match day
every,
too.
bro, not even bro. The whole once Van Nistelrooy came in, I think the whole world knew that this guy will probably become our manager this season. So I'm not saying give him no permanent job, don't do no Ollie kind of situation, but yeah, that search that you were looking for a manager.
But you know that's
Get
what
back
will
to
happen.
it. Continue,
You will probably get rid of
continue.
Ten Hag. Van Nistelrooy will take over. It will be RVN ball till the end of the season.
RVN.
Give him the job. Let him have as many
These guys were
zeros.
down tools, man.
And then it's back to the same old game
Boy,
next season.
man.
I don't see it.
Listen.
What a day.
Roberto says Chushford with the Van de Ven assist. Big up. That was an interesting run of play. Ramadan says, where is this Liège bread for someone who's lauded as a football enthusiast? He doesn't know ball at times, in brackets. Called Sancho the biggest flop at United. That L in Liège is standing out. Masterman champion hype. That seems
Sancho is a
personal.
flop though.
He is.
That seems
seems
with Man United losing 3-0 make Sancho
Yeah.
a hit. He's a
Sancho's
flop.
winning in life right now.
Boy.
Yeah, you can enjoy that.
This is not super chat, but was
Link me in
lost.
February.
Was lost says polite Van Nistelrooy. That's
Yeah,
quite funny.
What, expression said. Didn't
That's
it?
quite funny. Fata says Fuad Spurs should give Werner a contract. I think Fata's just on bants.
Give him a
Things on
contract, man.
Bro, ban him from sending another super chat, please.
Give him a contract.
We don't joke with that, bro.
Let's move on from United. Let's leap on. In fact, we've even got like a nice super chat that will help us with that. NBA High says Chelsea leapfrogged for United. No more laughing cams? Question mark.
I like Chelsea. I like Chelsea.
I like Chelsea too.
Last season when you was talking to Matisse, you weren't sounding like you was a
Hey.
big fan of them. You know, you was
Amazing.
like, yo, we treacherous twins.
Yeah.
Like,
Chelsea they recruited well. They got and they you know what they did as well. They changed their manager. Well done to them. They look good. Chelsea the most exciting team in the league right now.
Would you say so?
Hey, no, we need you to get the Scully out next week. Scully can
Scully
needs to
come.
make an
Yeah.
appearance. Right now, Anna, this contest high in, bro. It's too Jimmy. I need Scully cans, bro.
Nah. Chelsea are the most exciting. No, you're the most interesting team in the league. I said going into
What do you mean
season
by that?
because I feel like every team at the moment
You kind of know what they're
the
gonna
same,
do.
bro. You know what I mean? Arsenal, yeah, we know what Arsenal are. Solid. They'll score goals. They got corners. They're gonna score them corners, and then
Bro, it's
boom.
not catching on, bro.
It is gonna catch on. It's gonna catch
They're
on.
going to score them
Catching up.
corners. They're going to score goals. We know what to expect. City, we know what to expect. Liverpool changed their manager, but they're still a top side. Villa, they're going the same again pretty much. Chelsea are the only team for me when you look at it. United are still terrible. Spurs are still going to be wishy-washy. Chelsea are the only team who can be drastically different from what they were last year across the
Yeah.
whole league. You know what I mean? Everyone's trying to throw West Ham in there. Hey, go get David Moyes back immediately. You know what I mean? But when you look at it, Chelsea are the only team that really you're like, they could. What can they do this season? Who knows? So that's why they're the most interesting team in the league.
I would rephrase it and shouldn't if I say that Chelsea have massive upside based on where we were last year. The upside's insane. You can look at this team and say this team can actually really do something in terms of whether that is trying to win a trophy or finish top 4 this year. You can see it. You can also see where this team can go. That's what's going to cost you a trophy or top 4
I was
going to
say, it's like when we started last season,
Yeah.
those first 10 games,
Yeah.
like I'm
The
sure a lot
upside.
of Spurs fans would have looked at it, the upside, and,
yeah.
end of the season, how we could look.
Yeah.
But then
It can catch up with you quickly.
It took 1 month of injuries and a
Yep.
couple of suspensions,
Yep.
and it was like
It can catch up with you
change
quickly.
completely.
And that's what I worry about because even with our latest win, you look at that game in the entirety,
Bro, it was like a basketball game at one point.
it was 4-2 in the first half.
First 30
And-
minutes, it was like
yeah.
3-1.
And there was no goal scored in the second half. 4-2.
Crazy.
Both goals that were conceded, we just gave away goals. Starting with our goalkeeper. Gave away goals.
Yeah.
But I don't want to get into that first. I want to talk about Cole Palmer.
The Cole Palmer show.
When he signed, you guys can bear me witness, I was very adamant about this signing. And I was saying that pure footballers, there's just something different. Pure footballers that can give you the goal assist contributions.
Threat,
Yeah. It's not just pure on the eyes. It's almost like, like a certified bucket, as they would say. That's what that is mad.
Guys.
Like what Cole Palmer's able to do, whether he's out and wide, in the middle, is insane. The first player in Premier League history to score 4 goals in one half. He could have walked away with a double hat-trick yesterday. It got to a point where it was so boring for him, he tried to score with his right foot.
Bro, I saw that. I was annoyed at that one. I was like, bro, you could have gone left
Yeah.
side.
Tried to go on his right
He's
foot.
like trying to flex with the
Yeah,
right
yeah.
foot
Tried
finish.
to go on
I'm
his
like,
right
come
foot.
on, man.
I
Really should do that.
honestly feel like his ability and his desire to play how he plays is incredible. The kid he's mad. I don't think there's been rare times when you've looked at a player and you thought to yourself, no, this is actually mad. Everyone tried to say it was going to be a one-season wonder. Everyone tried to say he would score less goals this season. Already he's picking up where he left off.
What's he got? He's got 10 goals and assists already?
Something like that. Yeah, 10 goal contributions already.
Crazy.
He's honestly he plays the game at his own speed, but what people don't realise, maybe if you're not watching that game or something, is the kid still grafts. This kid still works well. The kid is still assisting and helping his teammates. The guy's mad. Honestly, watching it, you're like, I don't know. If Chelsea don't win trophies this year, next year, even if he's got 8-9 year contracts, that's the type of player that goes into your Madrids and whatnot. Let's have it right.
Let's have it right.
Let's have it right. So that is where the conversation with Cole Palmer is for me right now. He's going to do what he's going to do. We have to do what we need to do, or there won't be no coach shivers at Stamford Bridge in 2 seasons' time. I guarantee it. He's that clear.
In, bro. He's
and
locked
that's why.
No, they locked
that death row
Listen,
deal.
He ain't
getting
was
out.
hugging his pop.
Bro,
Like, you ain't
bro,
here for life. Yeah,
bro.
you here for life.
Yeah, he's got a hat trick. A buddy's walked from his box into our box here. Man's hugged his dad.
Listen to what he's saying. Our box.
He's hugged.
This
Yeah,
guy
his dad's my pops.
Yo!
His pops is my boy.
Yeah,
That's
yo!
my guy. That's my guy.
Yeah, say
Went's gonna hug him. He's like, listen, thank you so much. He's flaring his hands up. No, honestly though, when you watch a player like that is what
Hey,
football
wait,
is.
so what? Has Ekbali won the war?
Todd was
I ain't see him bowling around no more, and I'll see
Todd ain't allowed around here no more, yeah?
Wait, guys. All of a sudden, things are good now.
Todd ain't allowed around here no more, now.
When was the last time we saw Todd?
Don't know.
I ain't seen Todd at the bridge in a minute, you know.
I ain't seen him for a while. But no, in general,
saw that.
he's one of them players, yeah, that you enjoy football when you watch
100%.
Cole Palmer. And yeah, big him up, man. I put a tweet out yesterday where I was saying that in the tweet I said that when it's all said and done, the way
So
that
they were together last week. Yeah.
the way that the Kevin De Bruyne thing from Chelsea is that letting the
You
player
know,
like that go.
I was actually going to bring that up. I
Yeah.
thought that was a great tweet. Read the tweet out.
I'll submit it because
paraphrase it, yeah.
I was saying that the way that Kevin De Bruyne being let go by Chelsea is discussed is the way that Cole Palmer being allowed to leave Manchester City will be discussed by Manchester City. When it's all said and done is what I said. People then decided to take that as they will and went left and right.
No, of course.
But listen, I'm going to say this once. I'm going to say it makes it so simple. If you are a club like Manchester City and you produce an academy player, your own player of visibility, what we're seeing, breaking records in the Premier League, and you allow this player to leave your football club,
40 million.
I don't care how much it is.
Yeah.
If you allow a player of that caliber to leave and you can't tell and you tell me that you're like, we're winning trophies. Get out of here, man. Are you seeing you made this. You built this yourself and you allowed it to go and you're saying,
it was a financial fair play thing though,
no,
wasn't it?
it was he didn't want to wait.
We don't want to wait.
He didn't want to wait.
Yeah.
And Pep said,
Yes,
and
man.
Pep
rate that.
Guardiola, the seer of all things,
Yeah.
the guy that's pepified football said, don't need you.
Because he started off the Super Cup banging. He scored in the first
Come
2
on,
games,
man.
wasn't it? And it
No
was
one can tell me that
crazy.
Man City will not look at this and go, what the hell?
I-
Because I'm not talking about even Chelsea now. I'm talking about what Cole Palmer is going to achieve in his career.
Yeah.
Even if he doesn't stay at Chelsea for his whole career and whatnot. This is a Real Madrid top team's caliber of footballer.
Yeah, but-
I'm sorry. That's egg in your face. I
But
don't care.
the thing is, like, look, from now they'll probably have something called Project Palmer. Don't let that happen again. It's the fact of the matter. They would. And first of all, Chelsea sold KDB to Wolfsburg. They didn't sell him to Man City. It seems like people seem
Thank
to think
you.
that they sold him to Man City.
Thank you.
He didn't even come from Man City. He didn't even come from
Thank
Chelsea
you.
to Man City. So I
didn't
don't even know why that's even a thing. First and foremost.
KDB didn't even come from our academy. Don't get me wrong, it's a flop. Musiala, if you bring and say that it's a big flop for Chelsea, I'll say, you know what?
Yeah.
Chelsea should have maybe looked a bit close there. This is a player that we bought and sold on, and it's always spoken about that one of the greatest players in the Premier League you had in your hands and you let go. Cole Palmer's on that trajectory. I don't care. People don't maybe not like it.
Look, the thing is, right? Even with it, right? Like the reason why I feel like when it comes to this type of stuff, because City obviously won a trophy, have won the Premier League and stuff, and they'll probably be fine with Pep and stuff. But a Cole Palmer, first and foremost, as you're saying, coming from academy, so people are looking at it and saying, "Oh, because they won, they're fine."
Yeah.
But then everybody will say the same thing about to you guys about Salah and about KDB.
Yeah.
But you guys won the league. Jose got rid of them and won the league. So can you guys say? So why do people say it's a mistake for you guys, but then it's not a mistake there? So at the same time, people are being inconsistent. I'm seeing Callum Hudson-Odoi score goals for Nottingham Forest, and people saying, "Oh, Chelsea should have kept him. You lot made a mistake." But Chelsea fans are not allowed to say that City made a mistake letting Cole Palmer go.
Nah,
let's be consistent.
even,
let's not just be begging it because Man City are the champions.
Listen,
First and foremost, can I just say thank you for Cole Palmer doing that, because we wouldn't have been seeing this player anyway. There's too much talk. I feel like there's too much talk even about Man City. Who cares about Man City? He looked Pep in the eye and said, I don't want to go. I don't want to wait. I'm going to go and play.
Facts.
For me, you gained my biggest respect for that.
Facts.
Because players that leave Pep, how many have gone on to have great careers? We don't even know. Do you know what I mean? But he's gone on and done that, and he's doing his thing, and you got to give him massive respect.
Facts.
There's too much talk about Man City, blah, blah, blah. This free number 10 player, if KDB's there, if this person's there, maybe Palmer's coming off the right, doing little chipped crosses into Erling Haaland, allow it. We've got this full, flowing Cole Palmer at Chelsea. This is home. This is where he belongs. And that's all it is. He's saved football, mate.
Boy.
Do you know what I mean? We wouldn't have been talking about him like this.
Boy.
And we would have been talking about him as a great player.
Yeah.
Maybe, personally, I've been a big fan of Cole Palmer.
From there.
I got tweets from 2021 rating this guy. But did I know he'll be this?
That's what I was going to
Come
say.
on, it's different levels.
It takes a lot of mentality to kind of back
Does.
yourself when you're at that club where it's easy to get comfortable. You know you can easily collect medals.
Yep.
You talk about kind of like the footballing ability, but the footballing ability to meet that with the mentality as well. And then to go to a club where I think if you looked at last summer, every agent or advisor would probably have told him that's the last club you need to go to, Chelsea, because it's such a chaos situation.
Yep.
To go there, and I think last season when you started, we were talking about Enzo and Caicedo and Sterling's coming. It's going to be all of these guys, their team. And it's like, nope, this wonder kid from Man City is basically going to come in and steal the thunder.
It's on record that said Palmer's
even like you think of it,
remember
how he kind of got into the England team as well. And then in the Euros, how he got introduced and kind of took his moment as well. It's like every moment he's been tested, he's just risen to the occasion. At City, when he was breaking through, showing that potential. Now he's got the full chance at Chelsea last season. We saw that. This season, he's showing he ain't a one-season wonder.
Yep.
Internationally, he's stepped up. Bro, he's covering all the bases.
Cole Palmer, I think, like, when I look at Cole Palmer, he's giving them vibes of, like, how Wayne Rooney did in terms of he just wants to play football, bro.
Facts.
I don't care about nothing else. He just wants to play football. And if you're a fan of City, Arsenal, Man United, you want to watch Cole Palmer play, bro. Facts. You like the guy. Like, imagine having an agenda against Cole Palmer. People are going to start trying to throw agendas because he's going to be compared to their favourite player. Or blah, blah. That's what always happens in football. But Cole Palmer, you can just see he just wants to play. You know what I mean? No fuss. Just wants to get out there and do his thing. And that's the thing that I like about him the most. Just wants to play football, and he does it. You know what I mean? At a high level. This is a special talent right here. You know what I mean? And people are going to be outraged with what May said about KDB, because we're looking at KDB finished and not finished as a footballer. I mean, like, finalized.
Yeah.
We've seen the legend.
Final product.
Some say he's the greatest Premier League midfielder ever. We've seen the full career. So people are going to be like, he's moving mad. Are we not watching what Cole Palmer's doing?
Bro. He's breaking records.
He's doing a madness.
He's making history.
You know, he's doing a madness, so he needs to be respected.
Like the icing on the cake for me as well. I can't lie to you. The technique on that. I feel like free kick.
Another one scoring a free kick before Mbappe.
Hey, listen. Free kicks nowadays are like a lost art anyway. We rarely see good free kick takers.
But
that was like a top bins.
Top
bins.
You know, like, I'm picking that corner, and that's where it's going.
Right there.
And then it's the... Oh, no.
Yeah.
Deviate completely.
It's even like,
incredible
again,
technique.
He's got 3 hat-tricks with Chelsea already. He's equaled all of the people that you might think about Chelsea scoring hat-tricks. He's equaled it already.
The funniest thing was the pre-season clip where
he said maybe 4.
Put your 3 fingers up, and he's like, Yo, what about 4?
Yeah.
I'm like,
You know what? On pure quality, though, do you think you have the best attack in the league? I was having this
best attack. That's a good question.
Before Sancho joined the club, me and my boys were talking about Chelsea's attack.
Yeah.
Do you think you have the best attack in the league?
I would say,
quality.
Forget about form and anything on quality. I'll probably say yes, because there's so much variety. Remember when we were saying
variety.
Remember when you were saying that you asked me about Sancho coming, and I was like, I think that his profile isn't quite right and whatnot. What I've seen from him is Sancho's enjoying having give and goal football with high IQ ballers.
Yeah.
He might get 4 of those actions a match, but 2 of them will be a goal or assist.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many different ways of attacking. Nkunku's different from Jackson. Neto's different from everyone else. Mudrik's not really at the party yet, but everyone else, there's like a little different vibe that they can bring. So in terms of the different profiles what you've got, I would say yes. In terms of potency, it's yet to be seen. Nani had a very good spell. He's finding it difficult to get goals and assists again. He's getting in the right places. Sometimes he's snatching at chances. Sometimes he's being a bit selfish. And that's the thing where I think Chelsea have to be cautious. I came to the season thinking that it's going to be a mess. I don't think it's going to be a mess anymore. I do think that this team can finish top 4. It depends on how better our defence can get. Levi Colwill, again, I see it. I trust it. Fofana, not too sure. Sanchez. If I could sell someone tomorrow, if I could sell someone Sanchez,
What happened to Petrovic?
He's on the loan somewhere.
Yeah, but Petro is not all that though, is he?
But I mean, he came and did like a little stopgap, kind of filled the gap. It wasn't maybe the permanent solution, but I thought it was better than Sanchez. I just feel like Sanchez is a step back, stepwards.
Yeah, the issue
Step backwards.
the issue is, I think teams,
Step
any team playing us will know that our defense can be got out and know that we can concede a goal. I don't know yet whether we are definitely going to score the volume of goals every single game, because there's going to be times where it's going to be very difficult to break down a team. And then, especially with young players, how does that affect the mentality?
I think you're going to score lots of goals.
That's what
Do
I
you
was
think,
going to say.
do you think it's going to stay sustained?
I think it's the variety.
Based on what you've seen, do you think it's going to be sustained? Because there's different sort of like elements you can use.
That's what I think. I think it's because of the variety of different profiles you have in every position. It's never a like for like almost coming on. And
Maybe I'm just jaded. I just feel like there'll be a game where it's hard.
But what is dangerous for you, like I think defensively on the other side is where you kind of could cost yourself in certain games. But I think in terms of goals, you're almost going to be like a come and outscore us type of team. Do you know what I mean?
But the reason why I think it's going to sustain is because, all right, you've got someone proven that he's going to get goals and assists in Cole Palmer, right? Proven. Nico Jackson's going to get goals and assists as well.
Yep.
1 week, Noni pops up with a hat-trick. Next week, Nico's doing his thing. This week, Cole Palmer's scoring 4. Neto hasn't even really started putting things down.
João Felix.
I even forgot you had that guy. Bro, what the hell?
Nkunku gets goals on the bench.
Nkunku's scoring. He's been getting goals on the bench. Sancho's got
3 assists already.
He's got 1 assist for me, but he's got 3 assists. No, but let's be honest. I think
That's a real hate. That's nasty.
What does it say on the stat sheet?
Yesterday was
What does it say on the stat sheet?
That was
nasty.
I'm not doing this.
Yesterday was a real assist. That was an assist. Yesterday was an assist.
I count 3 assists. Jadon Sancho.
For me,
Jadon Sancho's given the ball to his teammates 3 times, which have led to a goal.
For me personally, 1 assist.
Cam,
But okay,
that was
cool.
nasty.
Let's just say statistically.
Cam, that was nasty.
All right, let's just say statistically.
That was nasty.
But he's not scored yet. But he's gonna probably. I'll say he's probably gonna score six goals, maybe around 6 goals.
Yeah.
Eventually, it's all gonna calculate, and that's only the attack. We're not talking about a corner that gets scored by this person. I think you guys will score about 70 plus in the league.
I think last year when I looked at a goal score,
Yeah, like 70. Yeah, about 70.
That's
plus.
a good number.
it's like the issue is
How
not
many did you score
conceding.
last season?
We scored a good amount. I can't remember, but I think like we scored like a decent amount. That will probably be more. But yeah, I think it's just about sustaining this energy now. Maresca ball, when you look at it, the way Maresca moves and whatnot, I like it. What I like is against Brighton, you're playing a high line, we're going to go long.
You scored 77 goals in the league last
That's
season.
what I said, yeah.
Now Chelsea are going to get.
You might
I think
go
Chelsea are
higher.
going to get about
80?
85
Yeah.
goals. It's a bit of a. But yeah, 85.
Set the bar high, go on.
85 in the league.
85 in the league. If you get 85 goals in the league and don't concede much, that's top 4 certified, is what you're
Do you know one thing?
Yeah, but you're going to concede, I think.
We're going to see the
yeah,
lot.
Do you know, that is one thing I was going to say as well, is as much as obviously Palmer show yesterday, you lot were incredible, we have to talk on Herzler and Brighton as well.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Wait, before we go and hurt some Brighton, can I just, I want to give flowers to Belieber.
Go for it.
You see when you're watching a footballer and you're thinking to yourself, yo, what am I seeing? This guy, yeah, it's like imagine like they took Infum Caicedo, yeah, and they locked him in the gym and he could dribble, shoot and get goal contributions. I was like, no way. He was running through our defense.
Nah, for
At
real.
will.
He was having a game.
He was having a game. And the thing is, I've seen glimpses of him, but to see it in the flesh, I was like, oh my gosh. Honestly, if there's teams in the Premier League that if they add a Belieber to their squad, if Arsenal got a Belieber...
You know, you lot are looking at him probably, innit?
Boy, listen,
another Brighton boy.
I think we've got a clause where we probably can't even buy anymore. But if Arsenal were to sign a Belieber, Dios mío, oh my gosh, that's the type of profile that changes everything. if Liverpool,
That's a joyous meal.
bro, it's mad.
Father Alfonso.
it's mad. But yeah, no, Brighton were shocking yesterday. That was that naivety that we kind of see in the league.
Bro, that is managerial naivety.
Yeah.
I saw you were 31 there.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
bro, this is some shit you tried on FM where you probably thought the night before, played a highlight and would. And I was.
Can I cut them some slack though?
No,
He wasn't
there's
there.
no
He wasn't
cutting
there. He
slack.
wasn't there.
Let me land.
He wasn't there.
Who?
He wasn't there.
Who?
Their manager wasn't there.
No, but this is his game plan, bro. I'm sorry, this is his game plan. You can try and he's probably on the earpiece.
Come on, man, 2024, bro.
Sam Allardyce and Sammy
He
Lee.
was doing it in 06.
Come on, bro.
What, you trying
man.
to tell me man can't
This-
even...
Yeah, but the
to put Dunk and Webster at 33 and 34, whatever they are, on the halfway line against Palmer, Jackson, Noni. Bro,
It's woke nonsense,
that's
bro.
cruelty to the elderly. Got 100% utter woke nonsense,
Yeah.
bro. It made no sense. I can't lie to you. And you deserve to get punished for that. I'm sorry. That was the
man.
first moment where I was like, I hope you're not. We saw De Zerbi.
It was
We saw how that went.
It was the
I
fact
hope
that
you're
there
not
was,
the next
there was
gimmick.
there was no attempt to change anything.
Yes.
There was no
That's the
attempt
thing,
at
though.
any point. Literally, you know,
I'm all
we
for-
always say that Maresca, like all of these Pep students here, they're students of Pep. It got to a point where we were literally playing long ball.
Bro.
There was no need for passing anymore. It was like, you're on the halfway line.
And I'm sorry, yeah. I love listen, Ange plays progressive football. We love a manager with an identity, an ethos that plays good style of football. But I feel like sometimes we've gone too far on that side of the scale where we just prioritize aesthetics and playing. And it's like, bro, your team is getting their
was there.
back blown
Swear.
out. And
He
I'm
looks
sure I
nervous
saw him
then.
on the touchline at one
He
point.
looked nervous then. From where I was standing, I
bro.
saw some guy standing like this.
You know,
confused.
31 years
Is that
old,
him?
you're probably looking like any Brighton fan, bro. But I'm sorry, at some point you have to switch on to that and say, I'm going to change the game plan. It's clearly not working. Even if it's half time, second half, you're still going. I'm seeing Igor, eventually when he comes on, that's when you decide to tweak it a little bit. I'm like,
Bro, I'm
bro,
tired-
it's,
I'm tired, but the thing is,
it's
I'm ti-
Can I
these
ask you-
tactical
can I ask you a
managers.
question about this,
Listen,
bro?
I'm all
These
for the
managers, mate.
aesthetics.
Yeah.
Please focus on results.
Do you think that that's where football's been ruined now, where these managers feel like because they have this go-to style so much that it's do or die by it? Because for the most part,
Companies
if you look at most managers,
messed it up even further, by the way, because now
got a job for it.
managers are of the idea that even if I play poorly, because I have an identity, some other big club will take the gamble on me because of my ethos.
That's the thing.
Stop it, bro.
You got, but it's not.
It's
not-
embarrassing.
It's not a results-based business anymore. Do you know what I mean? It's not a results-based business. It's all
System-based
about.
business.
It's all about system and a style. And listen, we can talk about it. I'm sure many people have spoken about. We've spoken about it, but it's as you're saying, it's the unwillingness to even change mid-game. Well, it's not working. Let's drop the line of 20 yards. Let's drop the line. Do you not want to win that football match?
Yeah.
I don't understand it sometimes. Like there should be always different ways of playing. Like we understand.
Flexibility.
Some people are gonna say, "Oh, but bruv, it shouldn't be seen as negative to drop a little bit and defend." And do you know what I mean?
5
But then-
minutes, back
but-
to the wall job. Let's go long.
But this is the thing,
Relieve
though, right?
pressure.
This is the thing. A perfect example of it was just last week, though. Let's be honest. When City played Arsenal, they went down to 10. They defended. They got a result, which they should have, maybe in their eyes, they should have probably won because of the last. It was in the last second. Got a result, and all week we had to sit down and listen to how bad it was. Arsenal should have came out. They should have and this is from people
That
who
played-
played
we
in the
weren't, man.
eras.
And won-
These
and
are
won-
from people
and won
that played in the
things
eras
by
that
playing like
won
that.
things, that really know what football was about, and they're complaining about it. When Arteta did it, I was like, cool, fair enough, he got his result, we move. But I don't understand what this is. They wanted him playing expansive football. Look, we were 1-0 down, so it's different. But we tried to play 3-0 Spurs. Good night. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's ridiculous, honestly, man.
It's
How come
gone,
the manager's
it's
not
gone too far. Yeah, it's gone too far.
It's
And
gone
I just
too
feel like
far.
there needs
No,
to
it's
be,
gone
there needs
too
to be a
far.
balance brought
the
back,
Premier
bro.
League, everyone talks about Bundesliga, and it's not only because of Man City. I'm not talking about Man
I
City
saw a
winning.
great tweet like that.
I've been saying for a while, bro, this league has become idea
Bundesliga
league.
fight,
It's
yeah.
become an idea league. You know what I mean? Ideology league. It's the same. That's what Bundesliga was. Every manager plays kind of the same way, high line. Whoa, yo, listen.
Marco
if you-
Rose
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
all of these
exactly.
new gaffers every
If
season.
if you got a hot dog and chips, yo, go to a Bundesliga match. You're gonna see some entertainment. That's what the Premier League is now. Every manager playing the same high line. But what's
you know-
going on?
Well,
and then you get sacked if you're people like David
And-
Moyes,
and-
bring in Lopetegui, and
100%.
get
Quickly
relegated.
though, but this isn't to say like Hursla's a bad manager now, or Hursla, Brighton are doomed for the future. But this is just to say, in that game, in that moment,
do something else.
do something,
Coach,
bro. Like
coach.
voila.
Coach.
Coaching is not just having like a game plan and saying that's the game plan for today. I'm not doing anything
Fred,
else.
I've clocked it. If you can't change your game plan, you're not coaching.
Facts. You're not.
Coaching means that you're able to react to what's happening in the game. You can't just put one preset like a football manager and just wait and see, okay, this might work, it might not work, but we'll see. You have to be able to do something in the game. Make a substitution, change the system, move things about. But I don't want to take us back to last week's episode. You made a really great point last week when you were like, if you look at the antitheses of what defeats Pep, it's never Pep football.
No.
Klopp, Conte, Jose
are the only ones to win a league against Pep.
That's not Pep ball. So clearly we've seen that if you want to overcome this poison, you have to find the antidote. The antidote. So why is everyone trying to use the same poison to kill themselves?
There we go. Arteta said just last week, I'd rather get... I don't want the pats on my back no more about, you boys are moving in the right direction. This is the type of reaction he wants from City. He said, this is why I do this. And it's a fact. He's doing it a different way. City are coming out and saying, blah, 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 they play the wrong way. We're the ones that are always trying to play. It doesn't matter. They don't want pat on the back, lose. And then man are saying, Jack Grealish is pulling Zinchenko's ear. I know it's you know. Nah, bruv. You know what I mean? Rattle these guys, try and actually impact the game. And as you said, in-game management is important. You can't just have an idea and not change it. It doesn't make sense to me, bro. In-game is important. But it is what it is, man. That's just the way the game's gone, innit?
Arsenal, speaking of Arsenal, drama for them.
Last-minute heroics.
Fans would say that Arteta coached us a 5-0. Ended up 4-2. Saka's got... he's the first player in the Premier League to have consecutive assists in 6 opening fixtures now. 7 goal contributions so far. They got 2 goals. Saka. They got 2 goals in the 90th and above minutes. One was a corner. One was a corner.
Yeah, the corners, man.
Arsenal's man. I'll say it. I've said it before. Arsenal's mentality.
You're gonna join it when you.
I'm not. I'm never.
Remember scores one. You're gonna be there.
You almost scored from a corner today.
No, they did score from a corner.
No, but it wasn't direct.
It doesn't need to be direct though. It doesn't need to be direct.
True.
It doesn't need to be direct.
You got a taste.
Whoa.
Give it a couple of weeks. Get a couple more.
A taste of a corner is insane. It's insane.
Out of pocket.
It's insane. But Arsenal's mentality now is different. Like I think that people just need to stop talking on Arsenal's name. That Leicester goalkeeper tried everything within his power.
Mads Hermansen.
To ruin it.
He did his...
Tried to ruin the party.
Did his Viking blood very proud. They're smiling down.
I think it was like 13 saves. 13 saves.
What was it? Did he break De Gea's record?
I don't know. I think it's the most since the De Gea masterclass.
Would have
I don't know if
surprised
it's broken
me,
De Gea's
to be
record.
fair.
De Gea's record was probably like a madness. But there's something I want you to speak on. A young player that you've been propping up for a while. Ethan Nwaneri. I saw one of your tweets saying that he needs to start playing. We mentioned the Odegaard thing a few weeks ago. People are like, whoa.
Yeah.
Obviously, Odegaard's out now. It's almost like you spoke into existence. Tell me about it. Does he need to be playing now?
Start. Arsenal, for me,
PSG?
listen, start him wherever. It's not, there's no such thing as like, these guys they're not ready, bro. When you're a big talent, you're ready for anything. You're going to get thrown into the deep end. All these young talents that we talk about as amazing players, they got thrown in. They didn't have to bed in Yamal.
Yeah.
They didn't have to bed in Mbappe. They didn't have to bed in Musiala. But get them guys on the pitch. And then you can get these guys. You guys are going to say, oh, he's not a Yamal talent. He's not an Mbappe talent. He's like, how are we going to know unless they can play? How are we going to know?
Sink or swim.
How are we going to know, bro?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Look at the way we were just talking. Oh, Cole Palmer was getting bedded and... Bro, he didn't get to show what he can do now, can he? Because when he just get thrown in, he's got his club and he's doing what he can do. Doesn't matter if he's 17 years old. If you're a big enough talent, if you're good, what do they say? If you're good enough, you're old enough.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Look how good he is on the ball. Look how composed he is. Look at his IQ. Look at his intelligence. Do you know what I mean? He came on, he's making little impacts in every game he's coming on. He's technically above his whole team. Can we get that right, fam? Let's have it right.
Yeah.
He's on the par with Odegaard. Who else is
I was going to say, Trossard's been playing in
unbelievable?
midfield. He hasn't looked natural in that midfield.
He's a better footballer than 99% of Arsenal's team.
Yeah.
And because he's 17 years old, he shouldn't play. That's nonsense to me. You know, I've gone to Arsenal Youth Cup games a few times, and I saw him 2 seasons ago, and you could see he wasn't physically ready. And this was the season that Arteta gave him his little debut. They wanted him to sign a contract or whatever.
Yeah.
He didn't look physically ready. You're like, nah, he's not ready physically. Now you look at him, he looks physically ready. He can bump with anybody, not anybody, but he can bump. He can play at Premier League speed.
Yeah.
The guy's a mad talent. What are we waiting for? Start the guy, bro. Arsenal, especially while Odegaard is not around, you need some creativity. You might need some goals from midfield. Bro, Trossard's not a midfielder. It's centre mid anyway. Havertz, it's not a good option for me in the centre of midfield. He should be playing 9. I think Ethan Nwaneri should be straight into the team,
bro.
bro.
Different profile to the rest of what's in there as well.
Yeah. Look at what was his name? Miley. Lewis Miley came in.
He cut Chelsea one game.
Lewis Miley came in. He hacked it. Played in some big games. Kobe Mainoo got thrown in. He played.
Bergval came on today. Got the corner. You know what I'm saying, listen,
but
everybody's getting involved. All the youngsters there, man.
Bro, when you're a special talent, it doesn't matter. And listen, Nwaneri, serious talent.
Speaking of talents, one that obviously maybe a few years ago they were talking about like that, Martinelli scoring his first goal since March, I believe.
Yeah,
Actually got a goal and assist, if I'm not mistaken. So I think Arsenal fans will be a little bit upset if we don't touch on that.
Yeah. So I think there's a few. I'm gonna try and get these super chats. Apologies, the iPad does it a bit different. So I'm gonna. Cesar says speak on Timber and Calafiori. Ben White's in trouble. We'll get to that. There was this Ten Hag one from Jay. It says Ten Hag couldn't drop Bruno, so Bruno did it himself.
Did Calafiori pick up an injury as well at the end of the game? They were saying.
I can't recall. Tanya says don't ever compare Saka to Palmer again. Saka is never getting 4 goals in a game, and Palmer has done that twice. Best in the league. He's different. Ads Commission says thanks for taking him out. So happy with Sancho. Cheers. Tanya says Cams was saying the other day Palmer's been quiet. He ain't scoring. LOL. Palmer's the best in the world, bro. No cap. He's unreal. Jay says Sancho giving us assists every game almost scored. Roberto says plus Sancho, you from United. Big up, Mays. You're welcome for Cole. You couldn't take back Blue London City without City coaches and players. Thank you, big bro. Ramadan says Fred, your boy Diet St. Maximum was awful.
Who?
Diet St. Maximum.
Who? Is that Doku?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
That's a crazy name.
Don't do that.
Jay says we ain't mud brothers anymore, brother. You stay away. That's probably for United. Ramadan says Maya was crying because we sent Sterling package. I get your advocate for the man. Them. You soon apologise to Clear Lake. I was apologising for the treatment
of who?
Of Sterling. Not the situation, the treatment. The treatment's bang out of order. You don't treat people like that. Sammy says, I'm here for Cam. Denounce Rashford or the BGB bully title.
Oh,
Please
bro.
be loud
Rashford.
so the people could
denounce it.
Denounce what?
The BGB bully title. You said today if he didn't turn up, he would lose the title.
I didn't say that. I didn't. I said it'll be. I said if he doesn't do them things, then that's when you know he's fully done.
So
you know, but Rashford is. Come on, that's over. Rashford.
Hand the BGB chain, bro.
Last season, in and amongst his little 8 goals, I think 2 or 3 was in the top 6.
That's a good percentile. It's a good percentile.
But we can't beat this guy.
but now Liverpool Spurs. Oh, it's racking up. It's racking up.
Fato says love from South Africa up the Chelsea. One and only says love Liverpool top of the league. We'll briefly touch Liverpool. Jishin says I need Ten Hag to stay for the season so we can get our turn at OT. Come on, you Gunners. Is there any else that I missed?
Said they want like it's a brothel or something.
I need to say that. Nabil says red card is my coping for Ten Hag. Stay away, come on, Gunners. Leon Gonzalez says Ten Hag wanted defensive
solidarity.
No. Solidity.
Oh, solidity.
For the second half, must have solidity.
I don't know about Mays, you know, sometimes.
He said he brought on open.
Uni degree hat.
Yashimiro. Man said Yashimiro, I'm weak. GD says the football IQ of United fan base is so low. Anyone who watched last season knew this was coming. Why act surprised? Agreed. I think, 2 more. Dem Man Doda says, yo, Fuad, when will we see a fade, man?
What?
When will we see a fade, man? And then Ramadan says, I meant Madueke, not Doku.
It's crispy, bro. You hate it for blood. Oh, you take your... You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. He said he meant Madueke, not Doku. But, sorry, back to...
I think it's your academy, isn't it? You like
Madueke. Oh, yeah, no, Madueke's cold, man. Listen, man. Chill on Madueke, bro. What I was going to say, Calafiori. I was just double-checking it. Yeah, he picked up, apparently, an ACL injury potentially yesterday.
What?
Yeah.
No way!
What?
They're saying here the lack of footage makes this hard to... Well, right now, I'm actually reading Arsenal Insider. It says the lack of footage makes this hard to analyse as this was the last play of the game. Let's hope it's only minor. They say recovery time, if it's an MCL, will be 2 to 10 weeks. If it's a meniscus, it could be 4 to 8 weeks. If it's a bone bruising, it could be less than a week. So they're examining it, obviously, but he picked up a knock basically at the end of the game.
ACL might be a bit of dramatic.
We would have seen that everywhere. I'm seeing a few things here, but we'll see. But I mean,
Good
you
game from him,
mentioned
though.
you mentioned Martinelli. I think that Arsenal fans are probably still a bit jaded because it's like, listen, just because you peeked your head around the corner doesn't mean that you've actually turned the corner.
No, but it's one of those, yeah.
2 games now, showing some sort of vitality.
life.
You got to be happy with that. It's right. It's better than he shows something than nothing, especially with what Arsenal are trying to achieve this season. You need everyone at the
And
races.
that's what I was going to say. It's like, listen, I've never been really the biggest Martinelli fan, but you need all your attackers to really turn up
Facts.
if you're going to make a big push for this season. And one of the big things that I felt like let them down last season was his kind of complete disappearance of form.
Yeah.
The year before, it was like they had a 2-pronged attack in Saka and Martinelli. They need him to actually step up this season. So, listen, 2 games now, back-to-back, he's got goal contributions. This one was a goal and an assist as well. And to be fair, credit to him. You got to give credit when it's due.
No,
So.
definitely, man. I think that with Arsenal, we always know that in majority of the games, they're going to win. It's about the bigger games and doing what they need to do. The
To
City,
be fair, they've got a lot of the tough away games out of the way.
exactly.
They can go on easy. Go on a good run.
Yeah.
It's about now going on a good run, handling what he needs to do in the Champions League, but also trying to avoid injuries because having Odegaard out, yes, we're saying that Ethan can come in and do something, but if you get an injury to Saka, injury to Declan Rice with Moreno out and whatnot, you start thinking, oh, okay, well, light numbers. They only registered a squad of 22 players. I feel like Miles is probably going to play a lot this season because someone is going to pick up an injury. It's just kind of inevitable with the way football is. Can they trust more of their periphery young players to help them in their team? But we'll see, man. Arsenal. Got to speak in Liverpool as well. This is not your
Ain't they
weekly...
top?
Yeah, they're
No,
top.
no. This is now the weekly Gravenberch segment, bro. That's what we're turning this into. Another game, another man of the match. Who's a better midfielder in the Premier League this season?
Oh.
I would just ask the question. I won't say a statement. I would just ask the question of who has been a better midfielder than Ryan Gravenberch this season. I
In
will
the
wait.
centre midfield.
In central midfield. Comment section, feel free to get involved. I would love to hear your suggestions as well. Because there isn't one. But please.
Who's they saying?
Because I watched it back, but some of the stats I was seeing of 100% completed tackles, 100% duels won, like the guy is in every game leaving his imprint on it. And this was a game I felt like Liverpool weren't at their best.
No.
I felt like they relied on the solidity of Konate, Van Dijk, those two in the air as well. Air Konate and Air Virgil.
Konate had the Arsenal fans were like, is that your boy?
What?
Konate, they were like, oh, okay, cool, but is that your boy?
Please. Don't talk on Konate when he's injured and when he's, coming back from the injury. Talk to him when he's fully
in full fit, 100%.
When he's starting, because that
Fact.
guy is a freak of... We were talking about freak athletes with Van de Ven. In terms of, strength, big, strong. That's what you're talking about, bro. Honestly, he's a monster. A couple of games now he scored as well. Midweek Champions League, similar. Dunking on the whole back line, basically. But Van Dijk, Konate, Gravenberch, yesterday I thought immense, bro. And Gravenberch, listen... I don't have any more words of praise to say. I'm just so happy that I held my stock and we're seeing the flower blossom finally.
Fair enough.
What? Well, you lot still ain't giving me a name, by the way. I've been waiting for
I
2
agree.
minutes.
No, I can't say anything.
Yeah?
People are trying to say...
Agree?
Yeah.
People are trying to say Caicedo. Caicedo's not been at the level. Caicedo's not been at Gravenberch. Caicedo's been good. He's not been at level.
Put your Chelsea boys in their line, bro.
Caicedo's not
please.
been at... Gravenberch's been like... It's almost been like a new signing.
Cuz.
It's been like a new signing for
New
Liverpool.
player. We don't even know who this guy is. This is...
Might be like a twin or something. It might not even be him.
Bro, I don't know. I don't
But
know.
hold on, but you know
Gyro.
Liverpool had them allegations
Gyro.
of like...
I got a signed Gravenberch top. I got a signed Gravenberch top.
Bro.
And you know what? I ain't gonna give it to him.
Why does a United fan have a Liverpool shirt, first and foremost? Bro,
I
give
got
that-
a signed
you should-
Gravenberch.
Give that to me as a gift.
No.
What?
Why, as a Tottenham fan, do you need a Gravenberch top? Signed
He's
Liverpool.
Dutch. Countryman. What are you talking
Liverpool.
about?
You don't need a Liverpool shirt. Go get the Dutch one.
You were talking about, you got tweets about Nwaneri going back to... I got tweets going back to 2020 about Gravenberch when he was still in nappies. Yeah, in the Ajax Academy.
Whoa. Yo,
You don't know what I
no
mean.
diddy.
Why is he-
Why is he around?
Bro.
Why is he around?
Chill. Chill.
Hey, no, I need that though, for real.
Huh?
That would sit a nice crowning piece from
It will look good in the back of my Twitch streams, bro. What the hell?
a United fan with a Liverpool shirt in the back.
Bro, what are you talking
Let
about?
the top Reds see this.
That doesn't
the
matter.
top Reds,
It
do your
was
thing.
a gift. It was a gift.
Do your thing,
For the
top
gift.
Reds.
It's about the player.
For the sake of time.
People. I've seen
So
United.
this is what you meant by top Red.
I've seen United.
This is what you
I've
meant
seen
by red
United
tops.
players with Virgil and all this type of stuff. That's come on, man.
Pros, not
Come on, man.
Fan.
Would you ever have? Yeah, no,
never-
not
you-
pros. I'm
Go on,
talking about
ask
fans.
me. Ask me.
Fans.
Would I ever have a what?
Yeah, because you're gonna.
Would I ever have a what? Ask me.
You're gonna lie though. That's the thing. So there's
Ask
no
me the
point. There's
question.
no point. You're gonna lie. There's no point.
You don't put rival shirts in your bedroom.
He's gonna look. This guy's sitting in front of
you would have
a
theory.
Gunners flag, and
This ain't my
he's
studio.
the one that
This ain't my
requested it.
studio.
If you had said to me, "Yo, can we make sure that we have the Gunners one behind me, bro?" I was like, "Yo, chill."
You are a nasty
Chill,
piece of work,
bro.
you know that. You are despicable, brother.
What the hell?
Fair play. Is there any other fixtures or things that start this week? Everton, Dwight McNeil, Brace got them a W. Wolves, I feel for Wolves, man.
Yeah, bro, they're not even playing that bad.
Not playing bad.
Another one of
Gaza.
a little bit too much of the attacking, I feel like, in certain games. Especially
reckon?
when you
You
look at
reckon?
the run of fixtures that they had, bro. Like,
Do you reckon?
there's some of these games where I'm like, you don't always need to, show you're a
I feel like they've
swashbuckling
competed in
ball-playing
every
team.
single game they've
And
played.
they have. I'm not mad at it, but I just think they could have been a little bit more resolute in a couple of games. I'm just looking at their fixtures now. Look, Arsenal, Chelsea, Forest, Newcastle, Brighton, Villa, Liverpool.
Apart
Bro.
from that Chelsea game,
Like that is a killer's road to start off your first 7 games. And listen, I think they could be okay after this, but I just think in some of them a little bit too gung ho, maybe a little bit. And
I hear it.
I don't think they have enough goals in their squad. That's what I'm concerned about. I know Strand Larsen started the season pretty decent. Last year they had Hwang and Cunha. I was thinking this season they have to replicate if they're going to be anywhere close to what they were, but I don't know. We'll see.
Ipswich got a draw at home. Strong.
Liam
Okay.
Delap.
2-2. Yeah, Liam Delap.
Yeah, man.
He was the banger in the academy for City.
Yeah.
Anybody who's an FM player,
Knows.
you know, brother. We are watching closely this
Yeah,
year,
yeah.
and he's living up to the billing so far.
Yeah.
His first
Hold on.
goal as well. Did you see the banger that he scored a couple of weeks back?
Yeah. What's up?
Oh,
What's up?
can we finally get our Kane replacement for England? England need a 9. England need a 9. Let him keep loading up. He's only 21 years old. You know, we've been looking who's going to retire that man. Liam Delap. Because obviously, let me not even say. But I mean, like,
too soon.
I'm just saying.
Too soon.
Let him continue.
Chill,
Once
chill.
upon a time, fans were saying that to you, right? Harry Kane, chill. It's too soon.
Nah.
Chill, Kane. One
Harry
season
Kane-
wonder. One season wonder.
Aye.
Then Liam Delap. City banger, man. Hey, City have a good track
I feel-
record,
I
bro.
feel like-
City have a good track record of the
Shall I
people that
be
come
real?
out the academy.
I don't think England's future number 9 is playing professional football yet.
Well, yeah, because Kane is like is a terrorist.
Yeah.
Like, move on. He's gonna have to go through 10 generations.
Some wonder kid is coming out in the next 3 years, and
Man, say he's not born yet. What you think Kane is playing until 2000?
He's not pro
He's not
yet,
playing
he's
that
not pro
professional.
Oh, he's not
week in,
pro.
week out,
Oh.
yeah.
He's probably in the
He's not
academy
announced
of
himself.
somewhere.
He's not announced himself
Yeah.
yet.
Give it 2 or 3 years.
Nah, that's too long. That's
Hey,
too long.
listen,
I'm thinking Project
you're-
World Cup. I'm thinking
Carsley.
Project 2026.
Wait till Eddie Howe gets in.
No. We sticking with Lee Carsley, bro.
What you're
Chill.
supposed to say is it's Solanke's time. Is what you're supposed to be pushing as your boy. You're supposed to be pushing that.
See,
Nah,
you're
you're
supposed to be
too old
no,
for
no,
that.
no. You're
supposed
doing
to
this.
be
You lot.
You're supposed to
take
be
your
pushing
country over there. Keep our Spurs stuff
not my
over
country.
here.
It's not my country.
You lot hope over there. Solanke ain't got nothing to do with you lot.
Sweet. Let's go champs and duds and round
City
it up.
drop points.
Oh yeah, no,
Ooh.
sorry. That's what's for fixtures. Newcastle. What do you make of Newcastle's performance?
I was there.
You was.
He
yeah.
went there.
You was,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was there.
Newcastle.
Wait, so you went
First
to a game
time.
Yep.
and brought some luck for the home team. I went to a game, brought some luck for the home team. Fuad Kadani, can you bring some luck
You Carabao.
to a team that's
They beat
no,
Carabao.
that's
Bro,
not.
what-
Not
yeah,
his.
you know what I mean? I didn't
He went
know that,
Carabao.
bro. I rocked
No,
out to Carabao. We pulled up 10 men. Yo, I was there in
But
spirit.
what about in the
Minute
last
11.
Prem one? You went to the North London derby, didn't you? What happened?
Shit.
Oh, damn.
Do you know what? Yeah, it was good. It was good to be at St James Park for the first time. Yeah, I mean, the
Because as
second
an
half.
atmosphere, it always gets spoken
That
about.
away end,
I'll
that
be
away
honest,
stand
though.
is crazy.
I'll be honest. The atmosphere wasn't atmosphering, bruh.
All flags.
Nah, second half it got good, and I spoke to Newcastle fan, and he said 12:30s they're not really that great because people haven't got the beers down yet. You know what I mean? So I just saw everyone walking with the burgers, and I'm like, yeah, you guys gonna be slumped later. Do you know what I'm saying? So, but honestly, like. It was a bit of an even game. Now, Manchester City probably had a better share of chances, but I would say Newcastle were actually really good, especially in the second half. They started proper competing, and I think they actually deserved the draw. Like Dan Burn and Shaw did an amazing job on Haaland. Yeah. They were so physical with him. He was getting so annoyed. Trust me, I was watching it like literally just like player cam. Yeah. They were so physical with him. He was getting so frustrated. But at the same time, it's crazy when you go to these games and you watch how many Haaland runs are ignored. Yeah. It's mental. Yeah. He'll make the run, not get it, and then you can actually see in his body language, he's like, here we go, I'm just going to have to go and stand in the box. Honestly, he'll make the run, doesn't get it, and Haaland is very, like, his body language shows.
He's expressive,
He's like, flipping hell, you know what I mean? Goes straight back.
Get in the post.
Now waits in the box. And the thing is, Grealish isn't crossing it. Once in a while, Grealish go down line and cross it. He's not crossing it. Bernardo's definitely not crossing it. So Haaland is just standing around. And now you're just in a physical battle with Dan Burn and Shaw. It's you're not, and just you're not going to win that. So I kind of felt sorry for him there. But then I was looking at City and I was just like, they could have done a bit more in that game. I don't think Bernardo was really offering too much. I thought he was going to bring on Savio a bit earlier.
A lot of people calling out Foden's performance.
But yeah, we'll get to that. But Lewis Hall, man of the match for me yesterday. Class performance. And again, another one with England. We need a left back now. England need a left back. Luke Shaw, yeah, mate. It was good to know you. You know what I mean? Ben Chilwell, I don't even know where that guy is anymore. Who else is there?
Chelsea.
You haven't played Trippier left back. I think Lewis Hall should now start looking at that spot, man. Potentially.
Chelsea slipped up there.
Yeah, of course.
Chelsea slipped up there. Very cultured.
Bro, he's a powerhouse.
And he can get stuck in.
He's a powerhouse. He's like Shaw when Shaw was young.
Do you know the way they were describing him? He's like the best of British. You know when you look at British footballers, like physical bulldog, but technical ability.
He's got that Rooney build, bro. He's got that Rooney build, honestly. But he's a anyway, he's good. Foden. What did they say?
Foden kind of disappeared.
But I told man this season, once I leave you, I'm gone. You can. I told once Foden's to put down
all your stocks.
I sold it once. Once I hit the pinnacle, I'm out. I've done what I needed to do. So, but with Phil Foden, I do think he needs to start these games. He's coming off the bench and making absolutely no impact. Do you know what I mean? And you look at Gundogan yesterday he was so bad yesterday.
I was gonna say, what do you make of him?
Yeah, I think Foden needs to start.
Hasn't
it's not been a fairy tale. It's
been
supposed
the
to be
same as what he almost.
I mean,
was
I don't think people should.
And
expect,
I don't think it should.
Yeah.
Be. Do you know what I mean? It's 2 years have gone by since, but I don't know. I just don't think the decline you was expecting to actually visibly see it, and I just feel like he's just a I don't know whether it's almost like because he wasn't there for pre-season and he's just a bit of rustiness, but he just looks a yard off almost for me.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I do agree with that, but I actually think later in the season, in them high leverage games, I'm not talking about clutch goals. I'm just talking about in them high leverage games when you need experience, you need a cool head, someone's going to get on the ball where others don't want to get on the ball. Gundogan will be there. I think everyone's rushing to say he's washed and he's finished. I saw Barcelona last season. He was actually good for Barcelona last season.
No, he was, yeah.
That's the thing. So it's hard for me to believe.
That's why I think it's just rustiness almost of just not being a part of the team. But I think it's what you said there for Gundogan is actually the case for Phil Foden. I think Phil Foden's basically missed this early part of the season.
Yeah.
Now he's going to come in kind of off the bench, squad player. People are going to be questioning. I think that second half of that season
when he's warm,
is when he's going to hit a strong patch and everyone's going to be like, oh, yeah, Foden's back.
Yeah.
So that's what I think. I wouldn't worry about Foden.
Not that I'm trying to foresee the future, but if I look at how City are trying to look after Phil Foden right now, given
Kevin Garnett brought, he's Kevin Garnett on Brooklyn Nets.
After the Euros and everything, so you got to remember a lot of these players didn't have enough time for holidays and stuff. Phil Foden's utilisation for the tail end of the season, he'll be a lot sharper. I want to see what happens with Arsenal's England players, your Declan Rice, Saka and whatnot, because they didn't really rest. They've been in the months of it.
I think you can start to see a little bit on Deckers though. I think not looking as
a little.
weathered,
Do you see where I'm coming
leggy
from?
a little bit. Yeah.
So it'll be interesting because at the end of the tail end of the season is where you're needed. It's the business part of the season. Will it come back to not by Arsenal? Because at the end of the day, he's operated a small squad size for a reason. But I just hope that doesn't affect them, because if you've got players like that are not fully fit in those parts of the season, it gets long.
Do you know, I realised as well, this was first game where officially Rodri is now out for the season as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
How do you think that's going to impact their season? I actually think, for Gundo, moving back to that 6 slot could be something that kind of revives him a little bit better, if that makes sense.
In the team then, innit?
And that's where you kind of bring Foden back in. But how do you think that Rodri injury? Because listen, we all know Rodri's been ever present in that team.
Can I say
the win streak that he's had there? But it's like, this is actually going to be the first season where you're without one of your most important players, bro.
Yeah.
I think mentality-wise, it should give City something to like grapple onto, like similar to when KDB was out.
New
and
challenge.
everything. It's like we have to do it.
They're doubting us.
We have to do it for all of this type of stuff plays. Like, people think it doesn't play a part in football, but it does. I think it's going to give them some sort of bite to go after stuff, especially because, let's call a spade a spade. Pep has been saying that there's too much football. Silva's been saying there's too much football. Akanji's been saying there's too much football. The reason why they're saying it is because any team that's at the top has to play the most games. It's directly affecting Manchester City because they go to the finals of everything. So now it's almost like a battery in their back to be like, listen, the system's against us. We've lost one of our ones. He's not going to win Ballon d'Or because they're going to, give it to someone else. Let's really fight the system. So I think mentality-wise, it's going to give them something. How it affects a game of play, I think they'll find a way. They'll find a way.
Rico Lewis dropping in.
Yeah, they'll find a way. They'll find a way. Like, Pep always tries to find a new way anyway. So it's just a new challenge for them.
I think it's just an interesting one in terms of, I always feel like it gave them a sense of protection in that midfield area and just kind of solidity in front of their back foot. I wonder, does it affect them in the long run in terms of just not having him there, bro? He's been ever present for the past 3 years. Like, he's barely missed any games, and now you're about to have a whole season.
Do you know
Arsenal look at that and think, this could be a chink in their armour that now we get at them? Do Liverpool use that as a fuel? Do you know what I mean? So
for me, it's the forward passing. Kovacic sometimes is too side to side. Rico Lewis is a really good player, but when I was seeing it, it's a bit too side to side. I think Rodri sometimes just gives it between the lines, just gives it to the wing quickly. I think that's the issue.
The other part of it as well is it's the undenying clutchness of Rodri sometimes as well. We saw it with Arsenal. It's like
many times.
to have a defensive player. We saw it against Arsenal. We're all saying if Rodri's on the pitch here, he probably has scored 2 goals right now. Not many teams, we spoke about best forwards in the league, not many teams have a player in the midfield that can go, he'll give us 5 or 6 if we need it. Not arriving into the box, just long range shots. So, it's a miss, but I think
obviously, if he misses this entire season, next season he comes back, I think he'll be 29 with that ACL. You think he comes back the same, maybe? I know it's obviously a bit of forecasting. Van Dijk did not come back the same, bro. He did not come back the same.
Not the same. Van Dijk came back.
It took him a season to acclimatise.
Got to a good place.
And he said he tore his meniscus. Pep basically said that it's going to be long.
It's the whole knee, bro.
It's the whole knee. It's not. And Rodri's already kind of a stiff ute, bro. Like, Van Dijk was a fluid ute. Like, deep, he was a fluid guy.
And that's what I'm asking.
He was a peak athlete.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking is, like, do you think it just makes his game kind of more up here now? And it's just...
You have to.
But he just becomes that kind of brain
he's
there.
getting to that age where that naturally happens anyway.
Yeah.
If you think about it. So, we'll see. I think injuries and how people recover these days are varying, but it is interesting to see.
I hope he comes back at least to, like, 80% of what he was, bro.
We hope so, yeah.
What a player he was.
Johan's just coming in here. Obviously, it's a bit different because this player's younger, but he says, Johan says, Wirtz coming back a better player after ACL was different.
Who?
Wirtz.
Florian. Yeah. Actually, yeah, that's a good one.
He's younger though, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's much
but
younger.
he came back like...
He came back better.
Bro, like second or third game, he was
but how do you have that injury and come back a better player?
Yeah, Wirtz.
He's a freak.
That's
but to be fair, ACLs ain't as crazy as they used to be. But at the same time,
but that's why with Rodgers, it's ACL, MCL, meniscus.
Yeah.
Bro, it's the whole lot.
Yeah, the meniscus is your MCL.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yo,
Right.
you know the worst thing is I should know this because my knees are mashed.
Hey, listen.
That's probably why.
Let's close out the show, man. Champs and duds.
Ooh. You know what I'm going to give a champ to again? Brennan Johnson. 4 games in a row, man. This is how you respond. I like it, man. Good mentality. Today was a game as well. I thought, better opposition. Dalot's top fullback, let's be honest. So go and get your goal. Should have got a second as well. I'll give it to him.
I'll give a champ to Cole Palmer, making history.
Facts.
Unprecedented. And just, yeah, man, whenever people are thinking that it's done, he's like, no, it's not finished. Like, I've still got more in me, so I'll give Cole Palmer.
Yeah, same.
Cole Palmer, cool. Duds,
Gotta be him.
Mr. Sanchez.
Your goalkeeper.
Mr. Sanchez, you can't keep getting away with this. Sanchez nearly robbed us of
James Justin's goal, by the way.
Yeah. Do you know?
I mean, man's scoring a brace at the Emirates. He deserves a champ for that, bro.
Do you know why he gets a champ as well?
He lost
because
But bro, imagine if, bro, but he tried his. Yo, he can only do what he can do.
And the goalkeeper as well. Yeah,
Lost by 4-2, scored 2.
Do you know what? Do you know why I'll give him a champ as well? Yeah, because Maresca sent this guy to Azkaban. You know, he got this guy out. James Justin, he got this guy out of it.
Oh yeah.
He said, "Listen, if you can't invert, I don't want to see
that
you."
was Maresca's old team.
I don't want to see
same, I
you.
always
He
forget
said,
as well.
"If you cannot invert, Ricardo Pereira, please come." James Justin did not see the light of day. Comes back to the Premier League, showing that he can play at that level. So yeah, he's an honourable mention for champ for sure. Dwight McNeil as well.
Alright, big up my boy Sean Dyche as well, man. Finally got the first win of the season. Come on.
Yeah, you got dud.
United.
United.
Yeah, absolutely. It's over.
Oh, Warida.
End it. You know what I mean? End it. End it all. You know what I'm saying?
Apparently,
Got nothing left, Robbie.
Meniscus and MCL are different. MCL is medial collateral damage and meniscus.
Yeah, man, you're not acting like all knee surgeons and that. You don't know nothing, bro. Tell him, please, tell him.
I thought it was the MCL that he said that was injured, though. That ripped the MCL and the.
Maybe did all
the
three.
meniscus is the little bit in
Maybe did all
He
three.
said it was the MCL a little bit. He said he's a tear the MCL and the
MCL. And listen, whatever it is, it's cooked, and we hope it gets better soon. That's the.
It's fried.
This is so
It's made his touch, bro.
That is true.
yeah, whatever it is.
It's cooked, bro. The whole season, it's mad. But listen, we'll be back next week. Like, share, subscribe.
Please.
Algorithm. Listen, follow our individual socials as well. You said you got something coming out on Wednesday. Is that inside scoop on your social?
Oh,
You
listen.
got something special.
A special interview is coming out on Wednesday. Inside Scoop, me and HP. A video for any of the Chelsea fans in there. A video is coming out on my channel tonight too. I'm sure you got something coming out tonight too. So guys, go on my all our individual channels. Make sure you're there. Make sure you're there.
Got something on
Culture
Wednesday.
Camps.
Wednesday.
Oh, you got something too?
Wednesday.
Saying I said Wednesday's a special day.
We will be there.
Yeah.
Like, share, subscribe. We'll be back. You already know what time it is. FCM, we're out. Peace.